Motivation is like an internal combustion engine. Now wait, hold on. I haven't completely lost it, you know, sitting in the basement talking to myself. I'll explain what I mean. Since last time, I added another light here, so it looks less like I'm in one of those videos where they like open up and they're like, if you're watching this video, that means I'm already dead. And now you have 30 days to stop the bomb from going off or something like that. Hopefully the lighting's good. We'll see in post, you know, now that I'm a fucking professional and everything. Made one video and they should already send me to Hollywood. What I mean by motivation being like an internal combustion engine is like, you obviously need the initial spark or ignition, thank you, to get the ball rolling. But once you do get it rolling and you start seeing those little by little incremental progress, then the motivation like keeps building itself, you know? It's not like you need to motivate yourself as you're actively in the middle of a task, you know? As you continuously go through the task, as you approach the finish line, you get faster and faster. I guess it's an engine that's accelerating, if we're gonna continue this metaphor. Yeah, I actually wrote some stuff down this time, so I don't just derail and talk for 20 minutes like I did last time. So let's see if we can stay on track. Yeah, I told a lie about posting every week. Honestly, I took so long to edit that last video that this will probably go up a week later. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks since the last video came out, and a lot's happened. I was crying about the weather and that it was 26 degrees. Puh, disgusting. Now I'm a seasoned veteran when it comes to the cold. It's been like 14 or so degrees with wind chill the past like week or so, and we finally got through that, and now it feels like summer vacation. A nice 45 degrees outside. I'm back to shorts and a t-shirt like a true New Hampshire soul. For some reason my hands keep like freezing up. I'll be running in shorts and a t-shirt completely fine, but my hands will just lose all feeling. Today it got so bad that like I could barely use my keys to like open the door. I had to like basically get it to the point where the lock was about to open, and then I had to like use my palm and my fingers to like force it open. It's crazy when your fingers reach failure. It's truly like your best friend has betrayed you in some way. God bless opposable thumbs, that's all I have to say. The good thing about it being 3 weeks since the last time I did anything, even watching back that video now, I've made insane progress. You know, that's really getting the internal combustion engine of motivation roaring through the roof. The RPMs are going crazy. Yeah, I was talking about like how 650s are really fast for me. They still are, but today I did a really fast speed workout. Again, I wasn't fully sure I could do 650s, the dragon I've been chasing for a minute. It was 800 meter repeats, or for the Americanly inclined, half-mile repeats at 650 pace. 8 times. Yeah, those first 2 reps were absolutely brutal. I was like, this is one of those ones where it's not gonna feel better as I go through it like it did in that run I was talking about last time. There were also a bunch of people on the track. It's obvious, it makes sense, but like weirdly having people there to focus on just makes everything so much easier. There are a bunch of children and stuff running around, and so it was kind of cute. The kids would like try to race me when they saw me coming, but the issue was they would like take out in an all-out sprint and then like merge their way in front of me and then obviously start slowing down. And I'm a grown-ass man. I have to flex on some children. So I had to pass them, but like they're like looking over their shoulder to try to see where I was. So they would see me and try to go right. I would go right, go left, I would go left. And like in the process of trying to pass all these kids, I would just end up speeding up without really thinking about it, which I guess was good, because thinking about misery for 3.5 minutes while you run is not exactly the best thing to be doing. The point is, find something to do and make it very easy to do, and then keep doing a little bit more every time. And if you miss a day, who cares? Pick up the next day. If you miss that day, who cares? Pick up the next day. It's only failure if you stop showing up, is what I've learned. I think the issue with like a lot of these videos and stuff that are like top 10 habits to like make you a millionaire overnight and reduce your age by 50 years and give you a 6-pack is that it's introducing too much all at once. I'm sure each of those individual habits are amazing, but trying to do everything at once, it feels like lifting a mountain. And so just finding something that's like brainlessly easy to do is the best way forward. In the beginning, it should feel brainless because the goal is when it starts getting hard, you should be so committed that the hardness, won't uncommit you. You know what I'm saying? The issue with like staying motivated though is it's so hard not to compare yourself to other people. I get proud every time I go faster than I did last time, but then you go online and you know, everyone's doing whatever you want to do times 10. Yeah, I just have to keep reminding myself that like, remember when you couldn't run half a mile? Remember that person. And that person was literally 4 months ago. Everyone has their own journey and it's you versus you at the end of the day. Don't make excuses about why you can't do something. Do something despite all those reasons that you're telling yourself that you can't do it. Like, what are you gonna do about it? Despite all these things that are stopping you, what are you gonna do about it? Stuff's been going good. The weather's getting way better. The winter has not sucked this year. Just because I've had stuff to do. I'm just trying to stay positive, you know, be one of those nerds that just loves being positive. I try not to be positive to other people, because that shit can get annoying. People are like, wow, my dog got hit by a car. Yeah, I don't even know what I would say in that situation. That's horrible, holy shit. Wow, holy shit. People would be like, oh, it's 15 degrees out. I'm like, at least our city's not on fire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit's just annoying. I don't do that. It's just like an internal coping mechanism so that I don't lose my mind when it's fucking 0 degrees outside. Spring is coming and I'm very excited. Shit's gonna be a movie. As I say, nothing left to do but to do the damn thing. Am I right? Yerp. I thought I was done, but telling that story about that kid, I had to hop back in here and just say that being a kid is so fucking sick. Like, you do not give a single fuck about any social norms, and no one really holds you to them either. Like, as a kid, I was so social, and I feel like now I still am pretty social, but like, I don't just pull up on people and start talking, you know what I'm saying? Over the summer, I was swimming at like our community pool, and this one kid pulls up on me, and he had this little tube that he was floating around in, and it was built like a shark's mouth that was open, like, don't take that out of context. And he like pulled up on me, and I was like, no way this kid ends up talking to me, right? I'm a complete stranger. He goes on to like pretend like the shark is eating me. He's like, oh, he's eating you, he's eating you. And I'm like, okay. And he's putting like the tube around my body. And I'm like, he was like, you're supposed to be resisting right now, like the shark is eating you. And I was like, you know. And he was like, no, you're not doing good enough. I was like, damn dude, this kid's just cooking me for no reason. Like, I'm getting roasted by a child right now. But when those kids started racing me on the track, like, that was awesome. I don't necessarily wish just like adult people would start racing you out of nowhere. Actually, I do. That would be super cool. I don't know, in my brain, I just feel like strangers are like, they have a force field around them, and you aren't allowed to break into their force field when you're strangers, unless it's like certain situations, like you're out drunk or whatever. But like, I've been realizing like, you can just talk to people. Dumbest shit I've ever said in my entire life. But like, you know what I mean? You can like, you'll be waiting in the metro and just like lean over to someone and be like, damn, the train's delayed, this is bullshit. And they'll be like, yeah, I know, like what the fuck? Or like, with like football and sports and stuff like that, you can just like talk to random people about sports and they'll be down, or the weather and they'll be down. Like 99% of the time, people are down to talk, you know? So I've been trying to just like randomly talk to people just cause like it's fun, you know? It adds more to my life than like just being on my phone or something like that. Being on my phone like actively detracts from my battery and just like how happy I am and stuff like that. Sometimes I'll go to send a reel to someone because in the moment I didn't deem it was funny enough, but then later on I was like, you know what, that was funny, let me go back. And I'll scroll like 50 reels. I'll be like, Jesus Christ, God, put me out of my misery. That's when I'll actually make one of those videos. If you're watching this right now, that means I'm dead. Because I watched 50 TikToks and God smote me dead. He was like, brother, you're not doing anything with the cards you've been dealt on earth. We're bringing you back up to heaven. Yeah, tirade over. Be more like a kid, but don't like kids. Just be like them. Know what I'm saying? Peace out.